Good morning. I'm Dr. Todd Bridges. I'm a private practicing dentist here in Lawton, and I'm currently the president of the Oklahoma Dental Association. And I'm also chair of the 2013 Oklahoma Mission of Mercy, along with my sidekick and co-chair and local arrangements chairman, Dr. Juan Lopez, also of Lawton. We want to thank everybody for coming this morning, particularly our legislative delegation. Special thanks for our newly elected speaker, T.W. Shannon, representative from Lawton. Senator Randy Bass is here. Senator Don Barrington, Representative Ann Cootie. Our mayor, Honorable Fred Fitch, we appreciate that, and Councilman Doug Wells. We appreciate everybody coming this morning. We also have a special thank you to the Delta Dental of Oklahoma Oral Health Foundation. Without them, it's very difficult to run this program. Our Oklahoma Dental Foundation, our Oklahoma Dental Association and its staff, the City of Lawton, the McMahon Foundation, and many other contributors for the support of this event this year. We also want to thank Phil Humble and the Coliseum staff for them allowing us to be here. The Chamber has been a major contributor and supporter of our program as well. We appreciate Deborah Birch being here from the Chamber. The 2013 Oklahoma Mission of Mercy will be Friday and Saturday, February 1st and 2nd, at the Great Plains Coliseum here in Lawton, Oklahoma. This event is free. There's no eligibility or insurance requirements. There are no appointments. Doors will open each day at 5 a.m. and treatment is first come, first serve. Treatment includes cleanings, fillings, extractions, root canals on front teeth, and limited extractions on visible third molar or wisdom teeth. I strongly believe that this mission needs to go where the need is most present. Here are some statistics for those people to show the need here in Oklahoma. 1.4 million Oklahomans are without dental care benefits, which makes Oklahoma the 48th state of the highest rate of uninsured adults in the United States. 86.3, or almost 90% of Oklahoma Mission of Mercy patients at the 2011 event in Oklahoma City did not have insurance that covered dental care. Oklahoma ranked worst in the United States for the lowest percentage of adults visiting a dentist in the past year. Since 2010, we have served nearly 6,000 patients, equaling more than $3 million in donated dental services, at an average of about $600 per patient, with nearly 9,000 procedures performed. Lawton is very excited to host this event. In February, we welcome all patients and volunteers with true open arms. Thank you again for all of our donors, our leads, and all volunteers that make this possible. And I think as of this morning, we had over 1,650 volunteers signed up. If you would like to volunteer, if you would like further information, I encourage you to go to our website, okmom.org, okmom.org. It is now my pleasure to introduce our newly elected Speaker of the House, Representative T.W. Shannon from Lawton.
Thank you, Dr. Bridges, for that warm introduction, and thank you to everyone who's been involved in this, obviously just terrific ministry. When you think about the challenges ahead that lie for Oklahoma and making Oklahoma the most prosperous state in the nation, which is certainly a lofty goal, but a goal that I think we're going to be focused on in the next session. It's people like those involved in today's mission who are going to make that possible. People who are willing to look beyond themselves and remember the golden rule of treating your neighbor like you'd want to be treated. But today's event also highlights that there is a need. There's a major need out there for health care, and that we have a tremendous indigent care population that we've got to be committed to helping the least among us. And I think one of the best things that we can do from a policy standpoint to ensure that we see that prosperity gain is that we continue the pro-growth, pro-job agenda that creates more prosperity, that creates more wealth, that allows people to continue to contribute to organizations like this that help to promote the health and the future of Oklahomans. As we think about moving into the 21st century and being a leader in the 21st century, obviously having people like the Mission of Mercy group to think beyond themselves and to make this donation to a community like Lawton is one that will be remembered for generations to come. And we are so grateful that they've chosen Lawton to offer this ministry, because we recognize that there is a need here. And so on behalf of the entire delegation here, I want to say welcome and thank you for what you're doing to help improve the quality of life for Lawton, Oklahoma, for Southwest Oklahoma, and our state as a whole. So thank you, and we'll cut it off there.
I now want to welcome Mr. John Gladden. John is the CEO of Delta Dental of Oklahoma. John?
Thank you all. You may not realize this, but people or dentists give away dental care every day. And I don't mean just when people don't pay their bill. People walk into their office that are in need, they recognize that need, and they often give away care. And it simply happens all day, every day, all across the state. But the Mission of Mercy is very unique. This is the time when everyone in the dental profession and even non-dental profession come together and act in this beautiful ballet of force multiplication. Everyone does their part. It's incredibly coordinated, and when you see it take place, it really is an amazement. The first one I saw was in Manhattan, Kansas about 4 years ago, and I was moved by not just the number of people that presented themselves for care, but the commitment of all of the people that were around the program. So it takes a lot of actors to make this happen, and I just want to make sure that those actors are recognized. Invariably, I'll miss one or two, so I'll do my best to catch them all. But the fact is that first it starts with the city and the city officials. And if they're not willing to cooperate and they're not willing to be part of this and be engaged, it's much more difficult to pull this off. And in this particular case, all I hear from the various committees that are doing this is how helpful Lawton and their city officials and everyone has been to pull this thing off here. There's nothing easy about it. Next, of course, are the dental professionals. And when I say dental professionals, I mean all of them. Dentists, hygienists, dental assistants, support people, the people that will run the autoclaves for us back there. Without these dental professionals, this cannot happen. They are the linchpin of this whole thing. I cannot do dentistry. Well, I could, but you wouldn't want me to do it on you. But we have to have these dental professionals, and not just dentists. It requires all of the support personnel to go along with that. And of course, we have a great group of volunteers coming for this event to do just that, to focus on their side. In addition to them, of course, there are the non-dental volunteers, people like myself, the people that'll do the grunt work there, that'll pass out sandwiches and will help people overnight and make sure that people are cared for, and all of the things that you don't have to have a dental license to do. And then, of course, there are the dental suppliers that are supplying a huge amount of material for this program, many of them donating it for free, and I think at the most they'll provide it at cost, but a lot of it comes absolutely free to us. In addition, there are local vendors that are providing food and water and cash and all kinds of necessities to make this thing happen as well. And of course, what's not here today are the people from the Mission of Mercy, the people that will bring a gigantic truckload full of some of the most beautiful mashed dental equipment you have ever seen. They do this all across the country all year long, and they're kind of the unsung heroes, but the equipment will be there, and without them, we would have a hard time. And then finally, I have to, I have to thank Delta Dental. If you are a member of Delta Dental and you pay dental premiums, you're part of this happening. Delta Dental is excited to be part of this, and we do join in each and every time. And of course, the ODA and the ODF, who do all of the work up front to bring all of this thing together, all of the coordination, all of the committees, all of the meetings that take place in the ODF, all of this is required to make this happen. If one particular team fails, this thing cannot happen. Everyone has to do their job, and they have to do it perfectly. So, in this particular instance, though, we have put a large capacity that is going to be on the ground in Lawton. We should be able to treat 1,000 patients or more per day. But what we do not want to do is to let this tremendous capacity go to waste. So now we have to rely on the members of the press to do their thing and spread the word so that the people are in need will find out that this is going to be available to them. So a message to those people that are in need. If you or someone you know is in need of dental care, if you have woken up with a toothache so many mornings in a row that it seems normal to you, or if you can clearly see that one of your loved ones has a cavity and you're not a dentist and you can see that they have a problem that needs to be resolved, please come to the Lawton Fairground on the first Friday and Saturday in the month of February. Basic care will be provided. It will be on a first-come, first-served basis. We'll have cleanings, diagnostics, fillings, extractions, and some root canals. We are set up for young and old, families and singles. Now, you will have to wait a while, so come prepared to wait, but please do come. We will be here waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Appreciate our partnership with Delta Dental and the continued support of that in years to come.